Yeah, we've seen out the last 2 days, Jake, videos of Russian troops inside that city, leading away locals at gunpoint, breaking clumsily into stores, filling shopping carts. We've just seen a Facebook post by the mayor of the city, and it does suggest that he's made some sort of deal with what he referred to as armed men. He also suggests that armed forces, and by that I think he means Ukraine's armed forces, have in fact left the city. He outlines what sounds a bit like, I have to say, martial law. A curfew, people only allowed to move around the city during the day. Pedestrians can walk one by one and a maximum of 2, and that they should stop at the first demand, I presume that is of Russian soldiers there. It's clear the Russian military have a substantial presence inside the city. You heard at the Pentagon briefing just then the suggestion the city is still, quote, contested. From residents we've spoken to, the guns fell silent a number of hours ago. That may not be universally across the city itself, but it is of strategic importance. It sits right next to a vital bridge that we reported on that comes up from Crimea, and it does appear from reading the statement from the mayor that some sort of arrangement has been made by him with what he refers to as the armed men inside that city. He says essentially in the statement that if those conditions are met, the Ukrainian flag can still fly in Khayerson. Although, look, I have to point out to you, we've heard previous statements from local officials in the past, particularly about the status of the bridge, and that's been overtaken by events, particularly when the Ukrainian armed forces have pushed back. I should say, though, for the videos that we have seen over the last 24, 48 hours, it does look a lot like the Russian military have significant control around Khayerson, and this Facebook post suggests too they may have come to an accommodation, albeit one that sounds a lot like occupation under martial law by Russian troops with its mayor, Jake. Just the beginning, though, I think, of what we're seeing here in the south. The US have been clear that while there's been a stall in Russian military progress in the north of the country, they've seen a better momentum in the south. Khayerson, it does seem, is changing in its dynamic. Mykolayiv, the next town, the next major city to its west, that is the scene of fierce fighting, although it appears to be holding Ukrainian control at the moment. Odessa, we heard sustained sirens just after dusk here for some time. Real fears that these images circulating of Russian warships on the coast that are not verified but do seem to tally with Ukrainian official statements that Russian warships are off the coast here, that they might be heralding the amphibious invasion here that many Western officials have warned might be part of the broader Russian plan. You can't really control Ukraine and its economy without Odessa, and this city is very much on edge, Jake.
Clarissa Ward in Kyiv, Ukraine, Nick Payton-Walsh in Odessa, Ukraine. Thanks to both of you. Please stay safe.